next episode. So off I went to the neighbor, specialist welder, and look how he is doing this. I can weld, but my hand and my rhythm is not as strong as good as this. And look how these welds are turning out. Hey, I find this always so enjoyable to see other specialists at work. You can always learn something from this, and look how this welding is going. TIG welding the axles, now they're strong and heavy, then we can balance them out a little bit, and later on we will test them. Here, just some enjoying of this craftsmanship, a little music and a little views of a craftsman at work. Well, still learning as I go. Improved the welder, got one welder set up for aluminum now, so that will be always ready, hopefully, if I don't have some crazy jobs in between. But that's the goal. Welding goes way better and way smoother now. Every time you learn something more. All these corners are a little bit difficult on the edges and how to get the torch straight, but I'm happy on the results. First corners are done. Now off to see what we can do here with the radiator. I got the corner in, so let's get the corner with it. Let's see if this corner will fit good, so we can fit the hose on the side, so we can chop off the back one. Then we can weld all the final bits on the radiator. Okay, so I don't think this is a good idea. This is just the corners, the bends are too big to get a proper fitment for this. Too bad. Need a different solution. Probably better to wait till we got the power steering pump and then get that final bit done, because it's still a little bit uncertain how all the fitments on that point will be. There is not a lot of room, but there's just enough room. It's so packed. But actually, to wrench everything on, goes really smooth now. So the piping are there, this way, all the way down. Now waiting on the hoses, radiators mounted, and everything is really tight. So we've got a setup. And then even this one, if we put it straight, it is almost in a good spot. So some small adjustments when all the parts are in. But I think we are getting there this way and it's really looking smooth. Got a nice flow for the air. So yeah, kinda happy. Okay, let's try something new. Well, there's a little edge on it to prevent the hose from going off. Not exactly sure if this is what I had in mind, but let's cool it down a little bit and give it a try so we can bend the pipings to the bulkhead and back, so we're at the good point. Alright. Okay, so this is going to work. We've got a little mounting point over there which we can weld on a little clip to mount it over there. But then the next step is we need two hoses we need some hoses, and we need to get the heater box in to see how far we need to go off from the bulkhead again with the pipings to get it in the right angle to connect it to the hose. So the heater box, get it in, and then we're off. The dashboard is in. Will that fit under or not? Maybe from the other side. Yeah, and this is in a little bit of a corner, and how do I get this corner onto there? This angle. How do I get this angle into there? Pretty far ahead. Okay, now we've got this line that's on there. If you make this flat like this put in a straight line, and we put this up, and this needs to come up till it's on top. So that should be around the angle. So make it just go this. Not the best yet. A little further in the bend. Okay, so this turned out to be a way better idea than heating it up in the lathe. So now we got some nice beveled edges, and well, of course it's going to be sitting like this. I'm going to make another mounting point at the strut tower over there when it's sitting straight. I made a little bend over there extra, shortened this one so all the lines are getting into the right spot. So now let's make, well, this bend that it's sitting nice and straight, and we can hook it up over there. OEM++, That's the way I like it. Well, this is looking OEM plus. Connectors just where we need them, and I will make a nice bolt over there when the engine will be out, because I've got a special tool for that, but that will be when the engine is out and I've got some room. First now, just get on with the test fit and get everything into place. So the flow, yes. Got this cracker of a hose, be fit. Man, would this be cool if this would be in the coolant? It would be so damn easy if we could put this all over there. Make this straight, some bends up on this, get a corner over there. This would be so good. So damn good. Man, I need to make this work. Or we do, okay, I can make it different. That's kind of maybe even better. Let me take the flashlight, and then when the pump is gone, yes, that's what I'm going to do. Yes, I know the solution! Well, this way you can really see that it's not just in one go and in one idea that everything is coming together. Or a couple of days ahead, and then the new idea just keep coming. So let's get the stuff over here as quick as possible, and then we can move on. Another thing done. Well, next job on the list for the Rallye. Parts car, that means the 4x4 build is going to start real soon as well. Going to get the Mark IV R32 rear diff into the Rallye to combine it and make it in a perfect setup with the RS3 engine, so everything will match. Hull decks in. So let's go get some parts out of it, see some other parts we're going to put on the shelf, so maybe we can improve some stuff that we ended up not finishing or not going as smooth as I wanted, like maybe a brake booster. We got some work on that. So that's the 90% done stuff that, well, are still running in the back of my mind that I want to get finished. So let's go get all the parts off that we're going to put on the shelf and go on with the Rallye. Okay, let's take a look at what we've got to do. Yes, that's what we need. Well, this is a long day, taking a little bit more time than expected and getting more off of it. But we're almost there. This is not something I want to do more often, but it's all for the good cause. Came out, I've got some gasoline hoses that should fit the fast fitters at the RS3 engine, so I can shove these in the frame rails and see if this is a good option for later on in the build. Stupid stuff with my back at the camera. This one's black and that one's white, so why not try to use the same thing? Alright. So okay, that should work. So now it's really slowly again getting to the point that we're going to start working on the spaghettis. Because all the lines, everything is, well, again, prepared as far as I could go. And if I'm going to do the rear axle, I think I probably better to take the engine out or put it on jack stands. But that will be for the next episode. In this episode I will see if we can figure a little bit out what's all in here. So actually the most of the work will go into figuring out what everything is. So we know which wires we can strip out and which wires we need to reroute. So this is the first bit. So this is all the bit of the window sprinklers. Not sure which one is which yet. I think one is the level, one is for the pump and one for another, not sure yet. Now on to the rest of the bit. The simplest way to start is just, well, read the number of the connector, then Google it a little bit, and then you've got the first ideas for what the connector is meant to be, or in a lot of cars it's made of. So that gives it good direction in places what it will be. The yellow ones are almost always the airbag system, so that can go out. So I was watching back the camera, I lost my tape. Yeah. Well, sometimes things just come together and making life way easier. I was Googling it on the phone and in one case I pushed in the number and put an Audi behind the number, then came onto a website and got stuff like this. This is the wiring loom of the washer motor. So you then just click on the number, whoop-dee, and then over there, it just says for what it is. So this way, it's way easier to find out which plug is for what. Holy cow, boss, what a day! I got every freaking connector labeled except for just one. It's so fucking crazy. There's just one I cannot seem to find, and it's over here. So we've got the air temperature sensor and probably another sensor. It's so close, but so it can't go far. So that's the only one. So now we can get rid of a lot of stuff, clean out the wiring loom, and then start to make the points where we're going to connect it, and clean everything out, and reroute it all around the engine bay, all on the spots that we want it. We can mark down where the studs are going to be when the engine is out. I can make in some studs to connect the wiring so that it flows in the original shapes and everything will look spot on. Well, that is another week done. We made progress on the wiring loom, so finally that is starting. All the stuff is prepared, some final bits are still expected to come in, but DHL or the suppliers or whatever you call it, not everything is showing up on time, so some small bits of the welding to do. Need to pick up the axles from the neighbor. Didn't have time for that this week, but we made a lot of progress. Stickers are online, t-shirts are online, hoodies are online. Go buy some merch. enjoy the videos, and see you all in the next episode. Bye.